Hello students, let us take a fun-based question from Olympiad. In this question, there is a glass of cylinder which is having a particular water to a particular height. Then another identical glass which is lying tilted over it and having the same amount of water. Also, the height of the water is same when it is tilted over it. Now, we need to find let us assume again that there is the circular base which is having the area of 3 pi. Now, we need to find how much water is in glass in centimeter cube. A, that is 9 pi. B, 6 pi. C option 3 pi root 3. D option 3 pi by 4. And E, it cannot be uniquely determined from this information. Now, this question becomes more confusing because of this E option, because it is saying that it cannot be uniquely determined from this information. Since we are not knowing the height of the glass, so maximum of the time we think that it will be the same answer as E, which is right now incorrect for this. So first of all, we need to think over it with various views that whether the answer is 9 pi, 6 pi or the other option or the E1. Now let us take this cylinder with radius R and height H. Now we know that the volume is pi R square H. That means where pi r square is area, so the volume is area of the base into height. So for our cylinder, which is now the cylinder which is tilted, I'm taking a cylinder in which the water is touching from the one vertex to the other vertex end. Now we know that it is filled with water. Now, if I take another cylinder of same volume, same amount of water filled in it, which is touching one end and the other end, and rotate it and slide it over our cylinder, so we see that the volume of the water is just half of it. So this is the trick we are going to use in this question. Volume of the water is volume of the cylinder by 2 when it is touching one end to the other end. Now, coming over to our cylinder first, we are assuming the height to be h and the base is given to us as 3 pi. So, the volume of the water in this cylinder is 3 pi, that is base area into height h. Okay, now we know that the volume of the water is same for the other cylinder also. And the other cylinder is again identical, which is of base 3 pi. Now, what we are going to do over here is we are just reducing the edge to the tip of the water where it is touching. Now, we know that this volume is half. Now, let us take the cylinder's height as x. So, the volume of the cylinder will be 3 pi into x, base area into x, height. Now, volume of the water from this is just half of the volume of the cylinder. That means my volume of water is equals to 3 pi x by 2 centimeter cube. And we know that volume of water is same in both the cylinders. That means my 3 pi x by 2 is equals to 3 pi h. So we are equating these two. That is 3 pi h is equals to 3 pi x by 2. So cancelling out now the 3 pi and we are getting h is equals to x by 2, or my x is coming to be 2h. Now still the question is, we don't have our h or x. So what we are going to do now to find this h or x? Because for finding the volume we need this h. Now see, in this triangle we are having the height h of the water is same. Okay, and the height of the other cylinder is x. So there formed a right triangle with perpendicular h and hypotenuse x, which is equals to 2h. So this is a right triangle. So by trigonometry, we are knowing that when perpendicular is just half of the height of the hypotenuse, then this triangle is a 60, 30, 90 triangle. That means the angle on which it is inclined is 30 degrees. Now, this line, the level of the water is just parallel to the base. So the alternate angles are also equal. That means this angle is again equal to 30 degrees. Now, we are taking the base, which is 3 pi. Assuming that there is a cylinder of diameter 2r having area 3 pi. Area of this circle is pi r square, which is equals to 3 pi. Cancelling out the pi from here, we are getting r square is equals to 3, or r is equals to root 3. That means 2r is equals to 2 root 3. So again, we are having a triangle, right triangle, with one side as 2 root 3, the perpendicular as 2h, and the angle is 30. So this is again a 30-60 triangle in which my side opposite to 30 degree is 2 root 3. So from here, by using the trigonometry, we can get 2 root 3 into root 3 is equals to 2h, or my 2h is equals to 6. That means my height is coming to be 3. So here we got our solution. We need the water which is filled in the cylinder, that is 3 pi h, that is 3 pi into 3, or the answer is 3 pi into 3, that is 9 pi. That is our option A, which is 9 pi. Thank you.